Things are a-brewing. Things are a-brewing. That gumbo got mixed up real good this past week, didn't it? Oh, it got mixed up. A little bit of roux, a little bit of okra, some sausage, a little bit of seafood. Hungry. Things are brewing. Or shall I say stewing. In the show we love so much, named after the city it represents. And we ain't get to taste that mix yet. No bowl was dished out in this past episode. But we can smell what The Rock is cooking nonetheless. Now, if you think in episode 2, season 6 of The Chi, come on in. You belong here. As Granddad on the Boondocks would say, good food, good food, good food. That gumbo was cooking this episode, wasn't it? Oh. And although we didn't get to eat, we loved the fact that we could smell it. Knowing once we get a bowl, it's going to be good food, good food, good food. This episode was entitled Mo Duda, Mo Problems. I always have my own names for a show. Affectionately, I call this one The Snake is in the Garden. You know, the timeless tale of Adam and Eve. How they knew the fruit was forbidden, but partook anyway. Courtesy of that old snake in the Garden of Eden. How they were impacted after that. First, let me introduce myself. I am your humble and most gracious host, Real. And this episode was brought to you by Rum, Captain Jack to be exact. The Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. And Coke. Diet Coke, because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Old school. Things are brewing. Things are a stewing. Things are cooking. Things is brewing in this episode. Number one ingredient. A new Jamal. So Jamal pops up. Old Vic Mensa. Brother who was seen in the Chi some seasons back. He pops out the blue after doing some time for murder. Now, if you don't recall, some seasons ago, he was financially down on his luck, living with his boo, taking care of his younger sister. His boo got an OnlyFans account, showing that tail for a cool $3.99 like pay-per-view. His boo had an OnlyFans. And when he found out, I guess he threw only hands. Which then got him a date with her family, which then resulted in him doing a bid for murder too. Anyway, he pops back up, looking to connect with his little sister, Lene. She's recently been adopted by Kev's family. Now, he shows up as Victor's first appointment as new city councilman. Seems like he wants to be a positive influence in Lene's life now. This drink can't be kicking in that quick. Seems like he wants to be a positive influence in Lene's life now. Victor thought on it. After talking with Lene and family, he hooked it up. Said he found God in prison, but also said he wasn't saved when Lene asked him. He seemed decent, though. He asked about Lene and if she was messing with any street dudes. He didn't press her when she didn't go into detail. He just offered advice. He seemed like he might turn out to be a positive influence. Appears like he might have had some repentance and some good intention. But it also feels like he might got some ish with him. For sure. Thinking he and Bakari might butt heads at some point. Thinking he and Duda might butt heads at some point. He on that Tracy train. He on that Tracy train. Victor got him a gig working with Tracy and her group. He fresh out. He fresh out so he can smell the scent of some female flesh. Like a dog on the trail of a bone. In the end, he might get that bone. Tracy seemed like she right tired of Dudas. So, could pop off. Tracy on the ish right now, though, too. When a sister go to blocking you, they either mean that or they want to see if you're going to show up at their door. Now, if you show up at the door after they block you, you win. You win the game. But do you really want to be in at that point? Once you get past your pride and your ego, do you really want it? Tracy looked like she might have meant that shit, though. She had all the essentials popping, though, didn't she? Home Alone, check. Silky Nighty, check. Dim lights, check. Scented candles, double check. Discount, double check. Self-help book or romance novel, check. I don't recall seeing slippers, but I'm going to put some fuzzy slippers on her. Maybe with an animal head at the foot, like a bunny or a panda. I don't recall if Tracy had that wine going, but if she didn't, I'm going to put it there tonight. Check, damn it. She had that subtle art of not giving a book. Oh, it's in my bookcase too. Not for the reason why she got it, but it's there. It is an art though, ain't it? Not giving a. She looked like she got the face for it though, so just got to put that in motion. Blocking somebody is empowerment for your ass though, ain't it? Ladies, ain't it? You ever block a mofo when you pissed off? Feel good, don't it? Tracy got that text from old Otis. She let it finish ringing. And she hit that block. She hit that resistant finger motion. Do I or don't I block? In the end, she hit that block. Smirked her little smirk. And cracked that damn self-help book open. I know dudes is like, yo, that's a move right there. when you block someone, that's like so final. Like you never want that person to reach out again. Whew, I digress. You're not here, middle. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with old Vic Mensa, old Jamal. Ingredient number 2, the new weed man. Tiff stay in a situation, don't she? Now she go to her client, who became her lover at one point, old Dante. They smoking on some new competitor smoke. He trying to hit. She talking about, we had a good run. Yo. Yo, that's some craziness. It take a laid back, particular type dude like Rob to live long and prosper in that role. Like, you were just happy she do it to you type cat. Just happy she look good. Do whatever she want type cat. I digress. I digress. She's smoking with her ex-client, ex-butt buddy. She's smoking with the ex-butt buddy. He connect her to this new weed man. Now this new weed man got that good, no choke, no smoke weed. It's poised to put her out of business. So she feels. So her and Rob go and meet with this dude. He talking about, I don't want no money from y'all. Just want to show you how to grow it for yourself. A better weed, better smoke for all revolution. Yo, he sound mad. That brother sounded insane. He sound like a snake oil salesman. Now either he a fed with a long game, take down the whole city connection type approach, or something else nefarious for Rob and Tiff. Whatever he on, it don't sound good to me. He even got Rob going to his mama to ask for a loan. His mama. For this BS mission he about to be on. Which leads us to ingredient number 3. Rob and his side mission. Now, Rob's mama, who got money funded by the activities of his uncle, who do to kill, said she would give him the $50K he asked for if he found out who killed her brother, Rob's uncle. Mama played by the classy Lynn Whitfield. Every time I see her, I see Brandy. Not the drink, though I do see Brandy quite a bit. I'm talking Brandy from that movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Marty Marr was taking her through the motions in that movie, wasn't he? Nutty Brandy. She always got money in her roles, too. And willing to spend it on a brother for the right price. In Thin Line, it was love. Here is revenge. Rob talking that, I ain't no detective. I want $100K. You like, for $100K, you're going to have to do more than find out who killed him. Rob going to be about that life, that murder game. Is Duda going to have more problems? Maybe that's what the title meant. His whole goal on this new weed mission him and Tiff trying to do is meant to cut Judae'a out the picture. Rob gonna have to deal with Judae'a. Because, this is not gonna go over well with the boss man. I feel like Judae'a gonna have all his enemies in position to take him out like a whodunit. Maybe Vic Mensa. Maybe Rob. Maybe Bakari. Maybe Bakari. Ingredient number 4, Bakari. And his new setup. So Bakari got some new things going on in his life, right? I mean, Bakari's kind of on a come up. New lady, new family and place to stay with Papa and his people. New job as part of Judae'a's muscle crew. He even think he in position to offer Shad work. He talking to Shad like, when you need something, holla at me. Like he got that position. I don't know what to make of Shad yet. Shad. Old Jason Weaver. He outside his lady house with bright ideas for business. He got half his belongings either hanging on a fence or on an old dusty table. She like, baby, you can't be outside the crib selling old drawers and Nintendo cartridges now. That ain't a business, baby. That's a hustle. You out here looking like Hustle Man. For you, $5, chief. $5, chief. Yo, he had the nerve to overprice them joints too. Dude was like, dude came up wanting to buy something. He was like, yo, how much for the Donkey Kong Country? I haven't played this in years. Shot like, I bought it for $100. For you, $50. He like, dude, it's Donkey Kong Country, okay? And it was under your Donkey Kong drawers. So I'll give you $10 and some Febreze. And throw in this Sugar Hill album. We got a deal. Yo, Shad had to think about it. Dude was like, yo, I'm out of here. The cartridge stink anyway. Oh, I digress. Back to Bakari. For someone who recently had close to nothing, he came up. But now his world's starting to collide, right? Due to trying to force some dealings on the man who putting a roof over his head, Papa's Papa. They going off of Papa's Pop some money for laundering purposes or something nefarious, illegal, which is rejected. Not at the pleasure of Judae'a, who just issues a okay, which means I'ma see your ass later. Yo, when a dude in the game say okay, it's not okay, okay? So while the muscle went into the church for the interaction, Bakari stays outside like, that's my people. Judae'a like, damn your people. You should have been inside. You work for me. So a choice gonna have to be made at some point about what side of the line he lies on. Because Judae'a don't let nothing go without having the proper say. Either you're going to be a hood and deal with whoever I say you deal with, or you're going to be out the game, or you might be in the ditch. I don't know. That gumbo cooking though, y'all. It's cooking. That gumbo cooking, y'all. It's cooking for show. For show. Ingredient number 5. Emmett is now securely in bed with the mob. Mr. Emmett, King Smokey. Oh, he in bed with the mob for sure now. Last episode, Emmett was getting finance help with Smokies. You know, was getting him clothes bought for him, cars, money in his pocket, getting flyed up. Now things have progressed to a new level due to putting up finances for Emmett and Keisha's house. Oh, that's when you know you all in. I felt like that realtor was going to come up missing at some point when he was saying he thought Emmett should take his time and discuss with his lady. And Judae'a was like, discuss. Discussion is for. She want a house. You got her a house. Dude did not seem to agree. Dude did not seem pleased. I'm like, yo, dude, just chill. Do you know who you dealing with? At first I thought he was Judae'a's dude. Like, you know, them dudes be having the realtors, the jewelers, they be having everybody on lock. I thought he was one of Judae'a's dudes. Apparently not. Apparently not. He might still end up in a ditch somewhere. We're going to have to keep an eye out. You know, when you're young, struggling, impressionable, somewhat naive, that allure is alluring, ain't it? It's alluring. And they know what's up with Judae'a. But Emmett isn't being asked to do anything crazy, right? Yet. He get to run the business. He did witness Judae'a put the clap on that dude last episode for his lack of Wrigley's etiquette and disrespect. To say you don't know what's up at this point is conscientious stupidity. Emmett on that. Say me no worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be all right. But he took that help. So now he fully in bed. When you take that gift, you associate it. When you take the house and leave the cannoli, you all in. You were made an offer you couldn't refuse, and you didn't. How this tale unfolds is anyone's guess. How deep Emmett gets him, you know, he gonna be more than wearing thick turtlenecks and fly suits at greasy Smokies. I predict more witnessing criminal activity. I predict more direct participation in criminal activity. You getting them good perks. Ain't no chilling back in the cut. Like, y'all crazy. That crime game, that's y'all thing. I'll be over here in the cut running Smokies. The hell you will. You better pop this fool. You talking about you gonna be over here in the cut. You about to get cut if you don't pull this trigger. Make this drop, dig this hole. It is what it is. You notice how my drink magically refills itself? You notice how my glass was low at one point and then it magically had more drink in it? That's how we do over here. That's how we do at GMT. Ingredient number 6, the Smokies chick, the preacher's kid. Okay, I don't know what's happening here, but what a 19-year-old want with a 17-year-old? What a 19-year-old girl want with a 17-year-old dude whose shirt got pig grease stains on it every day from working at Smokies, looking like Smokey. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with what I just described about Pop. I'm just saying, she 19 and he's younger. You know them young girls be looking at the older dudes, or at least someone their own age, definitely not a cat 2 years younger. Talking about when you turn 18. When he turn 18, you're going to be that much older. They had some good conversation in the car when she took him home after work, though, playing that good Anita Baker. I thought I had the nerve to sing Anita, but I ain't even going to do it. I ain't even going to hurt y'all ears like that. I'm not going to sit here and mess up Anita after I done had some Captain Jack. Not going to do it. I'm just going to say they was playing that good Anita Baker. Y'all saw it. But what was that about? With her looking like she was about to shed tears in the car after he got out? Yo, was she psycho? She about to do something she don't want to do in the name of the church? Something seem off. I don't know what it is, but something seem off. Lastly, ingredient number 7, Kev and the rapper. This Kev and Maisha thing is not good. It's not good. So Kevy Kev shows up to her rap gig, her opening, for some female rapper who saw her in the store and offered her a spot as her opening act. That was cool. She dissed her a little when she did it. She said to Maisha, "You cool, but you ain't dope." You want this gig opening for me? Gemma worked that joint though, didn't she? She worked that joint. And she was right. She should get a cut of Maisha's money for her role. She had Maisha hooked up with a little green room. She talking about, okay, Maisha gonna need car service, green beans, Sour Patch Kids, a blue bowl of Swedish fish, security, a bath. Looked like Maisha had a rack too after that gig was over. For one gig, that's an opener. I was like, damn. And she had Swedish fish in her room. Kevin there talking about, what's up? She like, what's up? But we might want to slow this down a little bit, you know. But what we doing though? Like, where this going? But to hell, once Papa find out. Oh, it's going straight to hell. Kev won't be able to show his face in Smokies again. He better stop playing. You know, Smokies is like the new Cheers on that side of town. You don't want to be banned from Smokies. Yo, even though we didn't see any major happenings, feel like we set up to get that good bowl of gumbo next week. Or continuing throughout the course of the season. I feel like there's 5 or 6 lanes that have just been set up. The storylines have been laid out. We might get a taste in the next episode. That stew is heating up, giving off good aroma. We're going to have to see if next week we can get a plate. I'm here for it. Until then, peace.